Hello everybody and welcome to episode 13 of PLTV. 13 unlucky for some but not for me, because this week I'm having the week off and we're going to hear from some of my clients who I've been working with, whose dogs I walk and look after and have been for the last 5 years with the business. So clients, it's over to you.
I looked into it so much about what kind of dog to get. We both loved pointers. We knew they were going to be a tough breed, but we were like, oh, we're outdoorsy, you've got horses, you know, we'll be fine. We know what we're letting ourselves in for. I do hear the stories even from friends, oh, it does this, it does that, it won't do, you know, it's jumping up and knocking food out my hand. And you think, well, I know now that that's everything that the dog does is what you've trained it to do badly, even if you haven't meant to. And I think that's the thing that I got from you. It was so simple things, but I would never have done them.
Other dog walkers, you phone them, so I've heard from other people, and they say, oh yes, I'll be around tomorrow. I'll take your dog. Well, you didn't do that. You had to come, which I would expect you to do, to see the dogs, to see what they're like, before you would even attempt to say, yes, I will take them out.
I've seen other dog walkers kind of just standing about with the dogs, not doing much. And I saw you before when I was taking my daughter for a walk, and it was raining, and you were down the beach and you were running around like a loony, screaming and singing and dancing about.
I didn't know you'd seen that.
Yeah, my friends were all watching. But I was like, that's the guy who walks me dogs.
She definitely became better, well behaved, more well behaved. She became better in her dog training. Her recall was better. Even walking around the house, she tended to be better. And when I was taking her for walks, as you know, she wasn't very good at recall. But she did start to get better, and now she's even better. But I think that's because she's older as well, so she's grown up a bit.
Oh, Max has been like a different dog since then, because we did have a spell where he couldn't go out for walks, so obviously you would come down and play with him in the garden and keep him occupied, so that massively helped in terms of I suppose it was separation anxiety that was causing him to be destructive in the house, so that helped. But then the fact that now he's just so settled in his routine, and you can leave him on a morning and then we know you're going to come in, he has a good exercise, a good runabout, and then when we come back from work he's kind of like, hiya, I'm knackered, I just want to go somewhere else and chill, feed us, and that's about it.
We found when we walked him, he became not more sociable, because Dudley's never going to be sociable, but he would ignore other dogs and he would be more interested in us, and that had never happened before. He would see another dog coming towards him and he would straight away be worried about what was going to happen. But after he'd been out with you a few times, he wasn't bothered about the other dog. He would just ignore the other dog, and he would be more interested in what we were doing and what was happening with us.
You've given us everything we've asked, and it's brilliant how you come and pick the dogs up if we board them, you take them away. I see pictures on Facebook, on your Facebook page, which is lovely. You know, sometimes you go on holiday and you sit and you're pining for your dogs, you don't know what's happening to them, you don't know if they're getting a walk, and it's lovely just to see the dogs, see them out with the other dogs. And I like how they seem to be the same crowd as well, and they're seeing you and they're seeing Alex every time, and then you come home and you bring them back to the door. And what I really appreciated about you as well, Dom, is how you've helped me out in the past when you've came and I couldn't get back in time for you getting back, and you've let yourself in, put the dogs away safely, locked up. You know, that's great to have that service and not to be charged for it.
Lil goes out with Dom most days, and it's lovely to be able to see what she's been doing like throughout the day, and the pictures are absolutely fantastic. If I go away on holiday and Dom's got Lil, I can see her every day, because obviously I've got that strong bond with her. It's lovely to see that she's been very well looked after. And I trust Dom all my life. I trust Dom, and he's there if I need to call about Lil, and he'll just drop everything for her. So
you have even taken the time to understand about Kelsey's insulin. You've even injected her, so that if there's ever an emergency, I know that I can just pick up the phone and say, please come, and then, you know, feed her and inject her. And also, I know that I can trust you that she hasn't to have any extra food or treats and so forth. Eat nothing off the ground and what have you, because it affects her diabetes. And it's just I've got complete faith in you.
sometimes, you know, people from down south are telling me where they've seen my dogs on the internet and they like seeing them. My mum loves seeing them, and I do like it that I know where they've been for a walk and things like that. I love that kind of thing, and I just think it's very professional as well.
I know a few of the dog walkers that get it really right, and I know a few people who get it not what I would want to happen with my dogs. And I think with you, it was the fact that you're not just taking them for a walk. They are having an adventure, and you are interacting with them. You always know where they are. They're not just off doing one thing. That they're not playing with each other or fighting. And I know that it must be hard work for you, because even with two, it's hard work. The fact that Aster doesn't really like Dexter helps it, because the two kind of keep separate. But I like the fact that you would completely interact with the dogs, and they were just focused on you and what we're going to do next, and they couldn't care less what was around them.
Max has better behaved on walks with me because of some of the stuff that you do. The tracking days that you've arranged that we've been on with Max, they're really good, and the training sessions and stuff like the first aid and things that you can access, and just the hints and tips that you give through the Dastardly Dog now in the emails, it's all brilliant, and so it's good help for us to make sure we're carrying on the good work that you do when he's out with you.
I'd absolutely recommend you. I have done in the past, and if we had another dog, we wouldn't think twice.
I know that the boys love you and that they're excited to see you. Just the other week, for example, when I bumped into you, they didn't want to come on with me. They wanted to join your adventure. We had to go and retrieve them and get them back on the leads, didn't we? So
I think for me, it's a bit like an extended family. We've said it before. I think, you know, Max definitely struck lucky when we picked him, but we definitely struck lucky when we found you and Pat Leader, and it's just really good, so thank you.